You're nominated as a new age artist, but you've been many other things and you're continuing to be many other things. You're writing an orchestral piece. You write choral pieces. You're all over the place. What do you do as an artist when people say, what kind of music do you do? How do you answer that question?
Yeah, I say I write experiential music, and then I either go on and explain that, or I say if it's a quick like elevator pitch, it's very project based, and I do a lot of social justice choral music, orchestral, poignant, ethereal, cinematic, and that sort of brings the new age arranging sort of crossover classical stuff, which I mean sounds like I'm all over the place, but it's not like I'm hanging out in death metal and then jazz and then like it really is sort of a bubble, and we just have these genres that are very specified. It's like new age, or it's classical, or it's or it's folk rock. So I do think that overall, like, I'm always having an experience when I'm creating the music, and like I said multiple times already, that I feel like that translates to the listener. And it's inside of these parameters of being a classically trained pianist and being a vocal and orchestral arranger, like by study, right? So I bring those skill sets into what I create. So it usually ends up having a sort of meditative, ethereal, journey-esque type of, not Journey the band, but like we're all on a journey. That's actually like pretty far from my music, is anything that sounds like Journey, like if you want to get real.
Young artists that come up through and I'm working with them, and they kind of they're all over the place, and they're trying to decide, do I pick a lane and stay in my lane or what do I do? And my answer is, I mean, you look at you, for example, you started in a lane, but then your career and your emotions and everything else kind of steered you, and you listened to that. And rather than just go, nope, that's outside of my lane, you actually just went there. And it's paid off.
Oh yeah, I didn't change lanes. I made my lane wider.
There you go.
And I would tell young artists, and I do coach artists to. Here's the thing: I think that everyone can do everything that they want to do, just not all at the same time. Like, you can get nominated for a Grammy, an Oscar, and an Emmy, but you wouldn't want to go to those ceremonies all in one night. Like, that would be very stressful on your outfit and your stylist, and like you wouldn't want to do that all at one night. So, absolutely, like, pick a lane, what lights you up the most right now that you can build on, so that when you do pivot, you can bring everyone that you've gotten to that point with. I was terrified that when I was like, hey, after 4 piano pop albums, and like most of my email list, by the way, email lists are the number one place to really engage with a fan base. It's not social media. I could go on about that forever, but I had all of these people on my email list mostly from live shows, from touring, and who had seen me play the piano, sing my lyrics, play with the band, like do that whole like kind of Alanis Morissette, Sarah Bareilles thing. And then I'm coming out with this like weird ass new age project. I was like, I'm going to lose 3/4 of my list. But what I realized was, over the 12 years I had built that list, when I finally came out with this new age project, people were no longer just fans of my music. They had become fans of me and the journey, and watching me like set these goals and get some of them and flop on others. But they were like in it, and they were like, take me along. Okay, cool. I listen to meditation music, or I haven't yet. I want to. I'm going to come with you. I didn't lose a single subscriber when I was like, guess what? I was really open with the communication, and I said, I'm actually really scared about that. Like, I was really vulnerable, but think about your fans. Like, think about yourself. You don't listen to just one kind of music. So we have to give our fans more credit as listeners than I think a lot of artists do. Like, oh, I need to only be this person. And then if I switch, then I need to change my name and my colors and my brand and like and I'm like, if you've done your job as a good musician and engage with your fans in the right way, and there is a right and wrong way, if you've done that, like they're locked in. So like you could say, my name is now Banana Shama, and they'd be like, all right, Banana Shama, let's go. Right. Like that's the goal.